It was.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. We're here. Yay. Some people are joining.
Yay. Are you starting us or am I starting us?
Um, Whatever you want. I was just gonna wait a few more seconds for people to
Okay.
join.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hello. I guess we could start.
Yeah, they'll hop in.
So if you're joining us, make sure you put an emoji of whatever you're drinking or eating, anything.
I'm having mine.
We got our wine. Hello, hello. Okay, so I guess we'll start, right?
Yeah, we'll go ahead. It's all right. They'll join.
Okay.
Chris, where are
So
you at?
I know. Where is he? Mom, can you text Chris?
That's all right.
Okay, well, if you're new here or you missed last week, I'm Lauren, and this
I'm
is Amanda.
Amanda.
And
Sorry.
she's married to my brother. And we're both beauty counter consultants. Um, so last week we also talked a lot about the mission, right? We said that a lot. So
We did.
Amanda is going to explain more what that is because you may not know, like we do. We were just talking as if you knew. So we're going to explain that more. And any questions you have, let us know, and then we'll get into the rest of what we're going to do tonight.
Yes. Okay, so we talked a lot about the mission last week. We watched it back and we realized we kept saying, oh, the mission, it's so important and this and the mission. And then it was like, okay, but we never actually like told anybody what the mission was. Okay, so here it is. This is the mission. Our mission is to get safer products into the hands of everyone. So if we say mission again from this point forward in this entire live, you have to scream mission into the chat and we will send you a prize. So we're going to try and talk about this without saying that word.
I know.
But what, say that again?
We're going to try really hard, but
we're going to try really, really hard, but we might accidentally on purpose say it too. So, but Lauren, when we were at Leave, they introduced our 5 new pillars. So, or not new pillars, but it was 5 pillars that sets us apart from the rest of the beauty industry. So do you want to talk about those?
Yes. So there's 5 pillars that make Beauty Counter unique. And I think this is really important because I was just recently talking with someone and they were saying, oh, I just switched over to, a such and such clean beauty brands. And they were like, yeah, well, at least they say they're clean beauty. And that's something that Beauty Counter really prides themselves over because we really are a clean beauty brand. We try our best and we get as close as we can to, using low risk materials, formulas, ingredients, and all that to just for the safety. Anyway, so the first one that leads me into is safety. Safety is the #1 pillar. So we use holistic science-based approach. So they test against heavy metals, allergens, carcinogens, all those things. So a lot of people, when they have sensitive skin or they break out or allergic, they have a lot of allergies. A lot of people switch to Beauty Counter because Counter Match, if you're new to it, that's great for sensitive skin, along with any of the clay.
Right.
The second pillar is responsible sourcing. They increase transparency and traceability in the supply chain to tackle high-risk materials. So it's basically what I said before. Number 3 is Advocacy. Beauty Counter innovates their own clean, high-performing products. So they've won many awards. They're in magazines. Like we could probably on our stories after this, we could share some of the mentions in magazines or celebrity shout outs that they have. So it's the word's really getting around. So it's really good. Number 4 is sustainability. It's a big focus on the environmental impact. that whether it's, they're very picky about the packaging materials they use along with the ingredients and all that. And I have, if you scroll on my page, I have an Instagram video. It's about the Cheeky Clean Cream Blush. And I talk a lot about, because that's just one of the products that's really good in terms of sustainability and all that they've done in terms of the refill pan, and how important that is to the environment. So it's like little things like that. I'll probably post that on my story after this because I really think it's really worth the view.
Yeah.
And the last thing is advocacy. So Beautycounter utilizes their consultants to build a community, to spread the word, spread the awareness, and get the word out. You know, wanting to use clean beauty products, want the beauty industry to be as transparent as they can, because a lot of companies don't disclose everything that's in their products. You know, perfume companies don't. They don't have to, actually. Not only is advocacy, like spreading awareness, important, but Beautycounter has helped to pass 10 laws at the state, federal, local level. They have passed laws to help the beauty industry. So it's not even something that benefits Beautycounter itself. It benefits the general public. And I think that's what really, like, I know that's what kind of got me more involved in this, because I was like, wow, like, it's very selfless. It's helping the general public. Like I said, a lot of consultants won the trip to DC to help when they were lobbying for it. It was just like something really cool that a lot of companies, they're now starting to get into. So you're now going to start hearing about sustainability, passing laws.
Because they have to.
Right. So now that's when you're going to start. But it's nice that we led the way. And so again, when we talk about the mission, I said the word, but when we talk about it, that's really what it's about. So those are the 5 pillars. And I hope it wasn't too much like a lecture, but you know, that is a huge part of what Beautycounter is. We want you guys to know what we're doing, what we're fighting for. And
we had somebody call us out on using the M word. We're sending you. Oh, there's Antona's yelling it too.
You know,
yeah, exactly. So we're advocating, but you know, the thing about advocacy is it takes a really, really, really long time sometimes. I mean, we've been out this for 10 years and we've passed 10 laws. One of the things that we actually did do is in California, we closed the fragrance loophole. So, that's really important. But the thing that I think is really important is the education piece, because we're still working really hard at the advocacy piece, but you know, it's advocacy. So we're working on it, but it's going slow. So I think the education piece is really important to me too, because then you know what ingredients to be looking out for, and you know, which ones are deal breakers or which ones you're okay with. And then the thing I really love the most about Beautycounter is the transparency. Like, you know, sometimes we get a little bit of flack for some of the ingredients that we use, but they're like, hey, look, we are using that ingredient, but we are obsessively testing it and making sure that it meets our safety like thresholds. And then, you know, I totally lost my train of thought there. Where was I going? But I don't know. We'll come back to it. It's the transparency. I know what I was going to say. You can't be perfect. You know, we have this like obsession in our society with perfection and holding people to this like black and white, and, you know, and Beautycounter is upfront about like, we can't be perfect. It's not possible to be perfect, but we are going to try the absolute hardest to get you the safest products that we can. So that's where I was going to go with that.
Well, and to add to that, and Amanda, I don't know if you know the correct number, and I don't, but I think it's around, like, we only use at the moment 50%, 57% of recycled materials for the packaging or something like that. So it's a number where it's not even like something to brag about, but really that's just when you look at it negatively, because no one else is bragging about it. No one else is even taking that step to try to get to 100%. So again, I
think they were saying, what is it, like by the year 2026, our goal is to be completely recyclable. Yep. That's a big word. Yeah, but that was the big thing when we were at LEAD, was like, you know, all these other brands don't do these 5 pillars, you know, safety, advocacy, sustainability, what other the other ones were, but we do. So yeah, that's why we love the agenda that is Beautycounter.
Yeah.
So,
Also, one more thing. Wasn't there, I think in Europe, there's like, what was it? Like how many ingredients are completely banned in Europe, but then they're still legal in the US? And that's something that we're all
Europe's
trying.
like 1400. Europe is like 1400. The US is like, I think Canada is somewhere in like the 600 range, and the US is like 30.
Right. Like that's a huge
That's a
difference.
problem. Yeah,
Right.
it's a huge difference.
And no one even knows that. So,
yeah, exactly. Okay,
so
so are we moving? You want to move into holiday now?
yes. Why don't you lead the way?
I'm leading the way. Okay. Well, we were going to do some holiday reveals this week, but we found out we were told we're not allowed to. But some people have been doing some sneak peeks, and we did already talk about the new eyeshadow palette. So we are going to show you this. You guys, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, we're so excited about this. I cannot wait to break into this one. So on that note of education, this is a no talc eyeshadow palette. So that is one of the ingredients that in the past Beautycounter has used. And if you know anything about talc, it's a hot button issue right now. A lot of companies are definitely getting away from it. We made the decision in 2021 to get away from using talc. It's hard though, because there's a whole, I'm going to post it. There's a blog post on the Beautycounter website about our decision to walk away from talc. And while we were obsessively testing it, we like that word, obsessively test. We were testing it and we were comfortable with our talc. The problem with talc is it can be contaminated with asbestos, which is a known carcinogen. But what we were doing at Beautycounter was testing it. We were making sure the levels were totally safe. But the problem is if a consumer knows about the dangers of talc, they're going to see talc on an ingredient and go, done. How can you say you're clean beauty if you're using talc? So in June of 2021, Beautycounter decided, okay, we are discontinuing all products, all paper, Amanda, powder products that contain talc. The problem with that, it's been a long road. I mean, they're finally just re-releasing a new eyeshadow palette, and the problem is that when we took the talc out of the products, we were noticing an uptick in heavy metals, and so we're also trying to stay away from that. So it's been a challenge, but it's really interesting. You should read the blog post. I will link it later. But so I'm gonna let you guys see this one more time. It is so pretty, and they are so silky smooth. And the top ingredient in this is mica, and we also have a great blog post on the sustainability in the sourcing and all of that on mica. So as a little tease as into one of the holiday products, which is a brand new product that we will be sharing with you next week, we wanted to talk about the Overnight Resurfacing Peel. If you have not used this product, you definitely should, because it's one of my favorites.
If you use it, write in the chat that you've used it.
Yeah. If you guys use the Overnight Resurfacing Peel, we definitely want to hear about it. It is such a game changer. So it is a multi-acid complex, and it's like what you would consider a chemical exfoliant as opposed to a physical exfoliant. Like we have the Reflect Effect mask that has the little bamboo particles. It doesn't have anything in that that's like, physically scrubbing. But it is so great for smooth skin. You wake up in the morning, my skin always feels so soft and happy, and it gets all that old dead skin off and really helps absorb all those great serums and lotions and everything that you're putting on. And it improves skin texture. It's an amazing, amazing product. And so Greg, our founder, has been talking about for years, I just want to bathe in the Overnight Resurfacing Peel.
I think we all do, first of all.
Yeah, we all do. So there's a big fat hint about what one of our amazing brand new holiday products is. So I think that's it for this week. Do you want to tell them what we might be giving away? Or how?
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, so we want to know from you. So next week we're going to be doing more holiday openings. We have them all behind us. We're going to be opening some products and showing you guys the new holiday launch. Oh, let's talk about this really fast. Holiday actually launches on Tuesday, October 4th. It will be live on the website. They're so great. The gifts are awesome for like your sister-in-law, your sister, your mom, your grandma, like somebody that you are like, what should I get them? Oh, give them the gift of clean beauty. Or like your hairstylist, your kids' teachers. Like you always need something like a little kit. And we've got great price ranges for everybody. And so also, okay, what was my other thing? Tomorrow, Clean for All 30 is leaving us. So if you're a first-time buyer and you haven't taken advantage of the 30% off, it's gone tomorrow. So you should probably do that. Okay.
Definitely.
We want to hear ideas, suggestions, things that you would like us to talk about on our Instagram lives. I really like the education piece. I like to talk about the ingredients that we are and are not using. And Lauren, what's on your agenda?
I totally agree, because it's so easy to just be like, oh, she's just a consultant. Or like, here, try this eyeshadow. But there's so much more to it. And that's why it's important that we really connect with you and tell you all that we know, all that we're learning. I don't know. That's just why I love it.
So if anybody wants us to talk more about something specific, an ingredient, a product, how to put on something, we want to hear what it was, and we will send you a sample of the Overnight Resurfacing Peel. That's it. I think that's it for this week.
Yeah. I don't have anything else. Anyone have any questions or anything they want to
Oh, yeah. We wanted to take any questions. Anybody have any questions? Oh, Chris is talking about his body washes and his soaps.
He loves the charcoal body wash and soap. And I have to agree, his 8-year-old son uses it too. They love it. So I would highly suggest, before that's out of stock, if you guys need like a stocking stuffer or something for the holidays, that's a really good one.
I think the charcoal bar is sticking around, but the Counterman is discontinued, sadly, and then but some of it is still in stock. So yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back next week, and we will be opening some of these boxes behind us.
And Yay. I can't. Yay. Yay. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
All right. Bye.